What is good, fight fans? It's Ashley's Corner. And Saturday night, Kenichi Ogawa beat Tevin Farmer for the IBF strap in a decision. And the fight was a good fight, but this happened. Like, Kenichi Ogawa got in some good shots on your boy Tevin Farmer. The reason why I'm making this video is because I've been people's been throwing Tevin Farmer down my throat. I don't like it. Like, stop throwing this man in my face. I don't think he's as good as he say he is. I think his fans think that Tevin Farmer can walk on water, honestly. I think people need to stop talking about him like he's so good, because he's not that good. And you've seen that when he fought Kenichi Ogawa. Not saying he did not have a good fight. It was a good fight, but it was not that impressive. And the judges wasn't that impressed either. That's why they didn't give the fight to him. And I already said it and called it a robbery, but at the same time, a loss is a loss, and he does not have that belt. And now he has 5 losses on his record. But ask yourself this question: if Tevin Farmer went into this fight with 1 loss, just like Kenichi Ogawa, they probably would have gave this fight to Tevin Farmer and not Kenichi Ogawa. I mean, maybe I'm just, maybe I'm reaching, but at the same time, like, he looked like the underdog from Japan. He looked like the underdog from here. You know what I'm saying? He just looked like on record. His record just looks like, he was the guy that's ranked number 10 and Ogawa's really ranked number 1 for the IBF strap, Even though I believe Ogawa was like the first name on that list for the strap, I think Tevin Farmer was number 4, number 5, something like that. But he just looked like the underdog, and they, if the belt already belonged to Kenichi Ogawa after this fight, do you think he did enough to take the belt away from Kenichi Ogawa? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man. I'm just trying to justify the robbery, because it was a robbery. But at the same time, after talking all of that cheese and me not being a Tevin Farmer fan, I have to make this video. And it is what it is, man. During the interview after the fight, Kenichi Ogawa was asked if he was hurt anytime during the fight, and he said no. And that's what it looked like. And that's what I'm saying about, about all the beef that he had with Tank Davis. Tank Davis would have walked through all of them punches. That's what I kept telling Tevin Farmer's fans, yo. The boy can't hit. He can't hit. And you talking about a puncher that spars people in welterweights and above. Like, he spars bigger men all the time. So that tells me Tank Davis can take a hit as well as give one, because he has power in both hands. But Tevin, on the other hand, Tevin don't have no power in either hand. And he has losses, so he can't take that much of a hit. When he step up to big competition, this is what happens. Like, and for a man that always has to go to the decision, because he really doesn't knock people out like that. Like, his corner said it best during the fight of Kenichi Ogawa. Like, the corner kirked on him a little bit. Like, look, if you call yourself an elite fighter, if you want to be an elite fighter and all of that, elite fighters don't give up rounds. Don't you ever let me see you do some shit like that again. Maybe if you wouldn't have gave up that round. I'm just saying, like, real talk. I don't see him as an elite fighter. I never did. Like, people keep trying to throw that at me. Like, oh, he'll beat Tank. I don't see it. I don't see how he can. I don't even see how he can win in the distance. But honestly, I don't see how he can get to the distance. Like, I don't think a fight with Tevin would go past the 6th round, depending on how bad Tank want to beat him. Tank could get his ass out of there in 3 rounds. For real. Just like Liam Smith. But he said his punches did not hurt him at all. It's what Ogawa said. Farmer don't have no power, and we respect that. Ogawa, we already knew. Don't have no power, man. He was asked if he was going to fight Gervonta Tank Davis, and saying that they told him it was Tank Davis' belt at first and all that stuff, and he knew that shit. That's what's up. He knew it, and he basically is saying that he wanted the Japanese fighters to witnessed that fight, and he wants to fight Gervonta Tank Davis. And it could be in Vegas, but he would want the people in Japan to see that, and it must be because they know him as well. People in Japan know who Tank Davis is. He said he studied tape on Farmer, and he said that he knew he was going to be the defensive fighter. He's mostly the aggressor, and he just walked through everything Farmer had to give him to get to him. You know what I'm saying? That's probably why the cut over his eye. But now this is happening. And I'm so glad that Ogawa was up to the task. I'm so glad he didn't take this belt and, go home and, show it off and stay over there for a little while, fight 2, 3 fights in Japan, only their fighters, and then think about taking the Gervonta Davis fight or somebody over here in the States. I'm glad that's not the case, and he's willing to fight the best because within the IBF, Gervonta Tank Davis is the best. Within the IBF ranking. I'm not talking about a whole 130. Hands down, he's the best in the IBF. You know what I'm saying? If you ask me, I don't see a lot of people at 130 beating him. You know what I'm saying? But people think Gervonta Davis is scared to take an L. They think he's scared to fight certain people. I honestly think that regardless if he wants to fight or not, his team or more like Floyd Mayweather is probably going to talk him out of it, But because he's following Floyd Mayweather footsteps, and what better footsteps to follow? Honestly, he's fought in the weight class, around the weight class. Yeah, he's fought at 130. So he knows exactly what he's doing, and he knows the business. So much respect to Ogawa already for even taking the fight. And I'm more than sure my man Gervonta Davis will answer that call and take that flight to Japan to get his strap back, But this would be the second time he came to your rescue, Tevin. Like, stop beefing with the man and give him his props. It'd be the second time he came. At first, he whooped Pedraza's ass for you. He just ended up getting the belt. That was his gift. You ain't say thank you though, Tevin. You was talking shit. No, he fought and beat a dream Pedraza who shouldn't took the fight. Bruh, stop all that cheese, man. Get a man with some respect. This gonna be the second time he come to your rescue, yo. And he's gonna go all the way. You can't even buy him a plane ticket. He going all the way to Japan to beat Kenichi Ogawa to get the strap and bring it back to the States, man. This will be the second time, man. Now, with all jokes aside, what I've seen in that fight against Farmer and Ogawa is that the timing wasn't that hard to find, and the timing is what made some parts of the fight look spectacular in Farmer's favor was because of the timing, and he got clean hits on Ogawa because of that, with the right and the left, some uppercuts, some hooks, some straights. They were clean because of the timing. Kenichi Ogawa is not a fast puncher, and Farmer's hands was faster than his. And when it comes to Tank Davis' hands is faster than Farmer's, and his power is on 1,000 when it compared to Farmer's. When they fight, when Ogawa fights Tank Davis is going to be his timing is going to be on point. He's going to get to Kenichi Ogawa, and he's gonna hurt that man. He's not gonna say, "Oh, I wasn't hurt," because he's probably gonna end the fight in a KO. Honestly, the fight probably will end with Gervonta Davis standing on the ropes and him laying on the floor with the ref in front of him and all up in his face. For real, that's what I see. If Farmer had any power, he could have knocked out Ogawa, but Tank will do that. And after he get his strap back, I wanted him to fight Burchett or Alberto Machado for the WBA, I believe, or WBC? WBA, I believe. He's the one who beat Jezreel Corrales in his last fight. He should go after one of them right now. After this, well, not right now, but after he gets this IBF strap, that's who he should be unifying with. But besides unification, I really hope that Tevin Farmer sees that he got robbed during his fight, and he won't hang up the gloves because that's what he said. If he can't beat a guy like Ogawa, then he really should hang it up. But I see him winning the fight. It was a close fight. If they didn't want to give it to Farmer, they could have named it a draw. But just to give it to just to give it to him, it's not fair to say that he lost the fight and he should hang up his gloves. Because before he hang him up, whenever he hang him up, I want to see Tevin Farmer versus Gervonta Davis, and I do believe after everything that happened and Gervonta Davis not fighting Tevin Farmer, it was for good reason. Tevin Farmer wasn't even up in the rankings to have a shot at the IBF, but all of that's different now. And Gervonta Davis will fight Tevin Farmer because he wants to beat that ass, and I want to see that fight. But always like and subscribe to the channel. Peace.